What is the biggest part of Paralympic sport? Wait.
You almost had it. You almost had it.
Sorry. Lock in. Okay.
I forgive you.
Thank you. Okay. What if the biggest part of Paralympic sport is the part that you never see?
What if the biggest part of Paralympic sport is the part you never see? Okay,
Okay.
not together.
Eat. Okay.
Hey,
3, 2, 1. What if the biggest
what is the biggest Don't laugh.
Sorry. You count down this time. Yes, I
Oh,
can
no,
hear
you're
you.
too
I was
late.
talking.
You were behind me.
You know what? Scratch that. I'm sure one of our
One
individual
more
ones.
time, one more time.
What
What
if the
if the
biggest
biggest
part of
part of
Paralympic sport
Paralympic
is
sport
the
is the
part you
part you
can't
never
see?
see?
Grace Nuhfer.
Via Chambers. It's about the stories people don't expect, the ones that don't make the highlight reel.
This is Optical Delusion. Telling this. Stop laughing!
I'm trying. Okay, go.
This is Optical Delusion. Telling the stories you didn't see coming.
Each
But
episode, we're sitting down with Paralympic athletes and people with disabilities to talk honestly about identity, sport, failure, success, and everything in between.
no inspirational cliches, no watered down narratives.
Real stories told by people who live them.
Hey guys, and welcome to the first episode of Optical Delusion, where we tell the stories we didn't see coming, and you probably didn't either.
We're so excited to have you and bring you
You guys.
along on this podcasting journey.
Let me tell you, this has been a process Olivia and I have gone through for the past few months to get this up and running, and currently we actually have not stopped laughing trying to get the recording software to work, so bear with us, episode 1, but we are so excited to get the ball rolling.
Yeah, and in this first episode, we're just going to kind of tell you about who we are and how we started swimming and what the Paralympic movement kind of means to us.
Which there is a lot to unpack there, but we'll keep it short for you guys. Just a little intro episode so you can get to know us, and then we can move on to telling you stories about other amazing athletes and individuals.
Yes. All right, Grace, you want to start first with a shortened version of your story?
Yeah, so a shortened version of my story, not really going through a resume. So I started swimming when I was 7. Oh my gosh. Sorry. Hey guys, this is my cat.
Oh, no, she just wants to be a part of it.
I know. Guys, this is not okay. So I started swimming when I was 7. I swam able-bodied my whole life. I was born with a genetic condition. Long story short, your girl is blind. And I swam able-bodied my entire swimming career until halfway through college. I was told that I should, maybe look into the Paralympics because it would probably be a good idea. Um, I really didn't know much about the Paralympics going into it, which I think that's an issue in and of itself. Like, we need to get more people to know what is going on. But it became the best decision I have ever made. I went from, not having anyone in my life who I could relate to on that level. I had no blind friends. Thankfully, that's changed.
Ooh,
So,
yeah.
oh my gosh, that is a game changer, let me tell you, having blind friends. If you don't have a blind friend, you should find one.
I second that.
Yes. Um, but yeah, joining the Paralympic movement, day one, walking on deck and finding athletes I could relate to in ways that I couldn't relate to anyone else, like immediately healed something in me. And I was like, wait, guys, this is where I'm supposed to be. Like, never have I ever felt so seen before. And yeah, that was in 2023. It's January of 2026 now. So I've been doing this for like almost 3 years, which is so exciting. um Made the best memories, have had the best experiences, but most importantly, literally the best friendships and relationships of my life. Like, it's so nice to have people in your corner who, get it, but also just support you through thick and thin. So it has been like such a blessing in my life to be in the Paralympics, and I'm so excited for you guys to dive deep with us into more stories and understand what I'm saying in terms of, like, how cool the Paralympic movement actually is. So that's my little summary. I hope I kept that short enough.
I think it was great.
Thank
Um,
you. Okay, your turn.
so my story, I feel like it's very similar, but also very, very different to
Mhm.
Grace's. So
For
I
sure.
started swimming at 4, but I was born able-bodied. I
Wait, you
was
started
fully
swimming at
sighted.
4?
I did. I
Baby
know.
Olivia.
I was just a tiny little thing diving in the water, and
Oh,
ever since, honestly, ever since I hit the water, I just fell in love with it. I love to get up and race, not only like the person next to me, but also like the time. And yeah, I grew up obviously swimming able-bodied because I was able-bodied. And until age 16, when August 25th, 2019, I was just reading a book, and all of a sudden I could no longer see the words. And I was just kind of like, well, this is strange. Well, many doctor's appointments later and years, honestly, later of being told I would get my vision 100% back. I was just one day told, yeah, that's not going to happen anymore. And I was like, well, dang, that sucks. And it turns out I have, but I feel like I had already lived like a year and a half blind for like, I was like, while I was very disappointed I was not gonna get it back, I was kinda like, "Okay, I can do this, like, I've done it for a year and a half, like, I'll be able to figure it all out." But turns out I have, mitochondrial disorder that no one really knows about, honestly, but that's kinda cool, love to be rare. And, um, but yeah, so I also did not know much about the, Paralympic movement and para swimming. There was one other girl, Julia, who maybe you've heard of, maybe not. She's from Arkansas, and so I had kinda grown up watching her swim, and so I kinda knew that para swimming was a thing, but didn't really know that, like, blind people were a part of it or anything, and so until, my freshman year of college, my coaches actually sat me down and were like, "I think you should do this," and I was like, "No, no, that is not for me." And then, I kinda looked into it more, and at this point in my life, I also had no blind friends, didn't really know too many disabled people, was just kind of, like, alone in this journey, and then I finally was like, "Yeah, maybe I'll give this a shot, what's to lose," and that was back in 2022, so my first para meet was in May of 2022, and honestly, the first meet, I was like, "Wow, this is so cool." Just, like, seeing other people who have been through things that I have and meeting other people who have been through similar situations and just kind of understand what my life was like was honestly one of the best things to ever happen to me. I didn't realize how alone I felt until I was with people who just got me. And I think that really helped me accept like my new life as a visually impaired person and really helped me grow and just like become the person I am today, honestly. And so then I went on to my first international meet was in Tijuana, Mexico, and that was an experience to say the least, but I thought it was the best thing ever. And I feel like the rest is history. Met all these amazing people and um been doing it since 2022. So yeah, what coming up on 4 years and yeah, it's been amazing and I can't wait to share more stories with y'all.
Oh my gosh, I feel like half the things you said, I'm like, "Wait, no, me too." Because you were talking
I
about how,
know.
like, in the beginning, you didn't wanna do Paralympic swimming, and at first I was like, "Nah, like, guys, I'm not that blind." Like, mind you, I'm over here,
Exactly.
like, spraining my ankle every week, I can't drive a car, I'm like, "I'm not blind enough for the Paralympics." And then,
Yep,
yeah, getting
getting
on
cane
deck,
trained.
getting cane trained, don't even talk about cane training right now. I can't. But yeah, the first time stepping on deck and, like, not realizing how lonely you are or how, like, how what's the right word? Like, segregated you are amongst your
Yeah,
peers when you don't know anyone else who's blind or you can't share any other experiences, like, the first time walking on deck for me too, it really like, since then, my confidence has skyrocketed because I feel so
I
much
would
more
agree.
grounded, right?
Like,
Exactly,
honestly, no pun intended, but it was really, like, eye-opening into, like, a world that I didn't even, like, really know existed,
that's
and don't get me
actually
wrong,
that's so
like
funny for you to
like, don't get me wrong, my able-bodied friends are amazing, and they've
right,
really, like,
100%.
also, you know, shaped me into the person I am today, but there's
Mhm.
just something about, knowing other disabled people that just really changed my life.
So eye-opening. Oh my gosh. Yeah, then I guess that's where the story keeps going because you and I met at 2023 Para Nationals in Orlando, Florida, which that was your second nationals, right?
My second nationals, couple months after my first worlds and a month after your first international meet, right?
Yeah, my first international meet, I in 2023 traveled to Santiago, Chile for the Para Pan American Games. Mind you, at this point, I had no idea how para swimming worked. I swam one meet domestically, got on the national team and broke an American record, and had no idea until like
Yeah,
2
you
weeks
did.
after my swim. I was like, "Wait." There
Like,
were like
huh?
para athletes sending me DMs and they were like, "Hey, like, do you know you did this?" And I was like, what does that mean?" Like, I have no
I know,
idea.
and I was like, I remember hearing your name and being like, "Oh my god, there's another 13." But since I was able to compete at Worlds, I wasn't able to, like, eligible to compete at Pan Am. So I was like, "Oh, I'm so jealous." And I knew, like, because I wanted to beat you, and I knew that, like, so only the 50 free was, like, viable because there were no S13s
Yeah. Oh
there.
my
And I
gosh,
was
I
like,
was so
If they
upset.
just took me, maybe that would
No,
open up more opportunities."
I was so upset. I didn't know how classification works. And
Yeah.
it was like a few weeks before I left for South America and I got a call and they're like, "Hey, the only event you're eligible to swim is the 50 free with the S12s because you're the only S13 at the whole meet." I was like, "Oh."
Like,
I was so
great.
upset. I started crying on the phone. I was like, "I'm supposed to win the 100 fly," and like I think I was ranked to medal and like, oh my gosh. If
Yeah,
I
I
could
honestly would
only
have too.
go back to that version of myself and be like, "Listen, you're literally so fine." And I think around that time too, I sent you a DM and I was like, "Oh my gosh, hi, like I just
Yeah,
joined
no, I
Para."
remember that.
I'm gonna have to go back and find that. I can't even imagine what I said to you.
I honestly it worked.
Clearly.
I
Yeah.
was probably the same way. I was like, "Oh my gosh, DM'd me."
That was your profile picture was that like goofy picture of like
It's when I was 6 it's actually fun fact about my Instagram profile picture. It's the last picture I have of myself, like, fully sighted. So I was 16 years old, I'm making some goofy face, and yep, that was the last picture before, went cross-eyed and everything else.
and you know what? That's iconic.
That's what I say.
So yeah, we met at December Nationals and then since then you and I have traveled to Italy together for a World Series.
Yeah.
Both of us made our Paralympic debut in Paris at the exact same race in the 100 fly, day
Wow.
1, swimming
Same
next to each
heat.
other in prelims. Oh my gosh, literally a core memory for life. And
Yeah,
then
honestly,
yeah.
I just remember walking out and hearing, the roar of 15,000 people. I was
Oh,
like, "Thank goodness I can just do my little handshake with Grace right
the
here
S13 handshake! Oh
and
my
ground
gosh.
myself before I take off on this life-changing race." But yeah,
Shout out the S13 squad. We will definitely have them on in the future. So I hope you guys are excited
what a great
because
group.
I love them. Yeah, made our Paralympic debut together. And then most recently we were in Singapore,
Oh, yeah.
which oh yeah, that was insane.
I was just trying to think of everywhere we've been together.
I know. Was wait, okay, did this happen in Paris and Singapore where an S13 girl was on the podium for every event or was that just Singapore?
No, that
It happened
happened
for both.
it happened for both, but Singapore and S13 won every event.
That's what it was.
Yep. So
Got
Paris,
it.
we medaled in every event, but Singapore we won. So,
Oh my gosh.
yeah, we're
Yeah.
pretty iconic to say the least.
Yeah.
Not to
uh,
toot our own horn.
please, that's enough. Wrap it up. Cut the cameras. Uh, yeah, we basically all of this is to say that you and I have been through a lot together, and we have a lot of stories to tell, and we want to tell a lot of other people's stories, which is, I guess, part of the reason why we started this podcast, Optical
Yeah.
Delusion, pun intended, actually.
Yes, that pun is intended.
Worked very hard on the name, and that one is the one that stuck. So I feel like if you know us, it makes sense.
So you'll just have to stick around and get to know us for the name to
Yeah. No,
really make
literally.
sense.
Literally. But yeah, our goal for this podcast is to tell the Paralympic stories that you can't see just by reading news articles or watching the
Yeah,
races. There's so much that goes on behind the scenes.
yeah, just really get to know us as people and, because I feel like a lot of times, especially with, like, within the disabled community and within sports, like, people forget that there's, like, a whole person behind that, one medal race or, the final shot of a basketball game, like, they have I don't know, like, I'm not
My
well
gosh.
versed in other sports, but, like,
Throwback to when we tried wheelchair basketball this summer,
oh, that was so fun. It was a great time. I actually couldn't touch the basketball because 'cause I'm allergic to them, but
and
I
I
wheeled
can't get
around
hit in the face, so we just raced off to the side.
just wheeled around and had a great time.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
excited to share all the stories that people really don't know. There's a lot that goes on. A lot when you travel with a group of 30 disabled people, you can only imagine.
Just thinking about going through TSA and the amount of people that set off the metal detector.
We get searched like no other.
Guys, this is so funny. I can't wait until now that we've started this podcast when we're traveling to meet and we can give you guys behind the scenes content because I swear it's just like laughing so hard the entire week.
It really is, like, such a unique experience.
Literally. And not to say there's not trials because there definitely is a lot of adversity,
Yes.
which, whew, that's, trust, we can go on for hours about things we've seen or I don't even know. Like,
Things
you
that
weren't,
just
there was a flight coming back from, I don't think you were on this flight home from Italy. And we landed and the pilot or whoever was like, we'd like to give a special shout out to the Team USA swimming Special Olympics team.
Oh, no.
In case you guys don't know, which is fair, Special Olympics is so different than Paralympics. Completely different spheres of sports.
Way different, entities. Both
Entities.
both great, but both
Amazing.
have
So
very
different.
different goals and ways you
Mhm.
make the team and things like that.
Yeah. So yeah, we are so interested to know what kind of stories you guys want to hear. If there's an
Ah,
athletes you want to hear from specifically, please send them our way. So yeah, we're gonna be
100%.
posting content and clips and media on our Instagram as well as hopefully posting this podcast in multiple places.
So if you wanna actually, like, see us, go to YouTube. If you just wanna hear our voice, or if you're another visually impaired person, check out, like, Spotify, things like that.
Think Spotify shows video. So if you're watching on Spotify and
Really?
you see us, yeah,
Let us know.
let us know. I mean, I think we'll know by the time we post it if you can see us on
We should probably know, but
like we said,
I did not know that.
this is both of our first time messing with these platforms. So
Yes.
if you have any
Very, very
advice,
new.
but yeah, we hope you guys enjoyed this first little episode, just a preview of what's to come. We are so excited to keep talking with you guys and sharing experiences.
Yes, I'm really excited to see where this takes us.
Excited to figure out how to edit this.
This is gonna be insane.
Thank you guys so much for watching and listening. Um,
See you next time.
will you see you next? Wait, see you. Keep your eyes peeled.
All the puns.
Telling the stories you didn't see coming. Bye, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, that was fun.
Right?
Wow.
Okay.
Look at us go. I'm
Damn.
so proud.
Nope.